I recently discovered one of the biggest mistakes I've made as a content creator here on YouTube. This mistake has been about 15 years in the making, but it has really shown itself within the last year. I'm going to show you how to avoid making one of the biggest mistakes in your content creation game. Stick around and welcome. Aloha, I'm Doc Rock. If you're new around these parts, I teach you how to advance your YouTube channel and level up your game when it comes to live streaming. I've been a content creator for quite a while. If you look in my bio, it says join YouTube in like 2006. And I only come to terms recently with one of the most horrible and egregious mistakes I've ever made as becoming a content creator. And I want to talk to you about it and make sure you don't make the same mistake. Now, if I had to rewind the clock, if I had a magic time machine, if I had some way to go back in time, one of the first things I would do, one of the first things I would change is I would document my process more. As I go back and I read my journals, I do keep a written journal. I see the growth in the process. I see some of the mistakes, as I think about trying to change the channel a certain way or going with the flow or following trends that, maybe shouldn't have followed, things like that. But what I realize is there's been some epic things that happened along the way. And I really wish I had more footage of that time. I haven't been really documenting the process. I come in, I record a video, but I'm not recording how I made that video. I'm not recording the thought process. I'm not recording some of the gear acquisition or, some of the behind the scenes, how you build up conversations, planning, myriad things. I'm not recording that. Recently, in conversations with my buddy Diana Gladney, we've been talking about documenting our journey as a brand new startup. As I started doing this, I am realizing as a content creator, not just myself, but every creator should be documenting their process. There's so much to learn, but also it's great B-roll. I mean, at the end of the day, it really is great B-roll. Now, my current document camera is this Sony ZV-1. Absolutely love it. Again, we're not going to talk a lot about it right now, but we'll get further into it. But the Sony ZV-1 is dope because of its size. It's very feature rich. It can do a lot of things. But something as simple as starting with your iPhone would be a great way to document your process. If you watch shows like Trading Spaces or some of these other cooking shows where there's a competition, you often see people doing a piece to camera where they're telling you their thoughts. They're sort of giving you a postmortem on process that has happened along the way. I wish I did more of that. I would love to go back and see some of the thoughts I had around different portions in growing a channel. Here I sit, a little bit over 1,500 people away from hitting 10,000, and I don't have a lot of pieces to camera where I'm talking about this journey. This is a fantastic journey, and recently just getting to like 8,000 was massive to me, and I was over the moon. And again, I wrote about it, but I didn't do pieces to camera. If you're going to be a creator and you're creating video, do more of your process thinking out loud to your camera. Document your journey. Do things like go out and get B-roll when you're going to pick up equipment, scouting locations, doing special things like rearranging your office, installing a new piece of studio equipment, learning a piece of software. Those pieces to camera, those conversations to yourself are very beneficial to your audience if your channel ever flips, like mine did, and start teaching other creators how to create. Now that my channel is about you guys and teaching you guys how to get through the journey faster, how not to make 14 and a half years of mistakes on YouTube, I wish I had some of that old content to show you. There'd be a lot of lessons to learn in there. I really wish I had done this more. So now I'm definitely going to do it more. Now, this is not going to become a vlogging channel per se, but I will sprinkle in some content where, like today, I'm doing a piece to camera explaining you something in the thought process of growing a business on YouTube. And let's not get it twisted. Becoming a content creator is starting a business. Your content creation process is nothing but a business. It is very important that you treat it like that, and you'll get success a lot faster if you do. Once again, do what you can. Grab your iPhone, hold it up, have a conversation, if you will, place it up against a couple of books, use your studio camera like my Sony a6400 right here, grab yourself a portable vlogging camera, something like the Sony ZV-1, a little Ulanzi U70 and a SwitchPod, kind of my favorite rig at the moment. But whatever you have to do in order to make sure you are doing a better job of documenting your process, please do it, because trust me, you're going to regret it later if you don't. It is really nice to even comb back through, say, some of my photos that I have when I was setting up my studio, but it's just not the same as, say, having video to do it, right? And these also clips that you can use on social media. You can use it on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts to kind of show your process. You can do a quick piece to camera with Shorts in order to explain to people where you were. I just realized I've been sitting on this M1 since November, and I've made very little content about the M1, yet the whole YouTube is all about using the M1 Mac Mini as a creation piece. This is when you know you are screwing up. I just really wanted to make sure you understand that, and look forward to giving you guys more behind the scenes and talk you through some of the processes as I continue to grow this channel and forge my way towards 10,000 subs. I appreciate you for coming by today. If you liked what you heard, please press the subscribe button. If you want to consider supporting the channel or becoming a member, where you can join us in on our weekly Zoom calls, again, where we talk through these processes, we help people with their ideas, teach you techniques and all of the above. Please join the membership at the Buy Me a Coffee link, which you'll find in the description below. And now that you've watched this, watch the video that's coming on screen next.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better. Is this what you want now? Or is it because you can't forget?